So starting the test drive in this SL450, very quick. Quite impressed with this just being a twin turbo V6. Not saying that a twin turbo V6 is something to sneeze at, but it's still very potent overall. And I'm just in comfort mode right now. But I'm gonna put it into, I'm so glad this has been broken in. I'm gonna put it into the Sport Plus mode. And I think I'm gonna put in manual mode too. We're gonna see what this thing can do. Luckily no one's behind me. Give a little space. Yeah, just quick, very quick. And the shifts are fantastic. Everything about this car is just SL. It's exactly what I expected from this. But again, just to have a twin turbo V6 that's still, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't see, unless you just want to have a V8, now that's going to be crazy as well, but this here is more than enough. So I'm going to put it into the regular drive mode, and then we're going to try out the adaptive cruise here. So of course I have it set to 70 miles per hour, but it's keeping that safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me. And of course I can close that gap if I want to. But with this vehicle that's in front of this GMC, it's just hard to get this thing going. But I mean, cruising here at 60, pretty good. Well, I'll have time to make this. So just driving here, cruising here right at around 70. Ride quality is very nice. Now the road noise is a little prevalent with these wheels, and with this just being a low slung car in general, but still an impressive machine. Again, the ride is great, the acceleration is great, and every time I give this thing any sort of pull one way to another, that bolster is there to hold me still, and I just love that. Now, especially with a top down on one of these, it just, you feel like $1 million driving this. It's a beautiful work of art, just in terms of exterior styling. The interior, especially in this red, it's beautiful. And again, having this drive assist package, having the blind spot monitors, forward collision alert, adaptive cruise control, just a good touring car in my opinion, a great touring car, let me put it that way. Especially if performance is at the forefront. Now, in terms of reliability, Mercedes-Benz has come a long way from what we're used to seeing out of them. But I definitely recommend getting a service plan, pretty much with any vehicle, but especially with something like this. So if the turbos were to go out or something like that, especially on a German vehicle, you'll be good to go. Now, you do see a lot of Mercedes-Benzes, probably around 15, 16, whenever they started putting the turbos in the Mercedes engines, those tend to hold up pretty nicely. I've seen a lot of six-figure mileage Mercedes-Benzes that are less than 10 years old. So it's not necessarily a vehicle to be scared of, but if you can afford one of these anyway, probably won't be a big deal. You just gotta find a good mechanic. But all in all, I think it's worth it for what this is. It's, again, a beautiful car inside and out. Tons of tech, tons of safety tech on top of that. And I mean, you've got that AMG performance with this twin turbo V6. And it's just again, a fun car to tour in, especially with a top back. But if you don't want to have the top back, sound acoustics in here are fantastic for this to be a convertible. Hardtop or not, you just don't expect that kind of sound in a vehicle going 70 miles per hour down the interstate with a top. It's just unheard of. So great job there with this Vario roof from Mercedes-Benz. Sound insulation is top notch. But most importantly, just the overall driver experience is top notch. So definitely love the car. If you're in the market for something like this, definitely make sure you take a look at the SL. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2020 Mercedes-Benz SL 450.